Welcome to the Collince kitchen, and once again it is Shifra Msumba, and today I'm going to be making Karo. Karo is millet bread, to those that know it that way, and to the ones in Kenya it is Ugali ya wimbi, ama it's Ugali wa wimbi, I don't know. I have issues with Ugali. Now, all we need is millet flour and cassava flour. So the millet is already in here, and the millet and cassava are mixed in a ratio of 1 to 2. That is, if you have a kilogram of millet, you mix it with 2 kilograms of cassava. The reason as to why we do it that way is for it not to be that hard and also to have a nicer taste. Yes, so we're going to boil water, and our water is on the stove already boiling, and yeah, let's go into it, into the cooking. Millet bread is one of the delicious meals in my village back there in Ankore. Now you need to mix this flour until it doesn't have any lumps. Just mix it as much as you can so that you remove all the lumps that are in there. Sometimes there are those hard particles. You also try as much as possible to remove them. And yeah, if you have good flour, it will be really, really tasty to have this delicacy. You can have Karo with anything. You can have it with beans, you can have it with greens, you can have it with meat, you can have it with chicken. Anything that you choose to have with Karo can do for you. Some others love it with peanuts. I also have ever loved it with peanuts, though I think I prefer eating it with beans. Yeah, so let's get into the cooking. So like you see, our water is boiled and it is waiting for the Karo to be made. Now I'm going to take off some water because I don't want to make this big Karo. It might stay and you wouldn't want to have Karo that is cold. So I'm going to scoop off some water and then use the amount of water that I will want to prepare enough Karo for my family. And now you need to make sure that the water is boiling, and after it has boiled for a while, you go in with the flour. Now some of this gets messy sometimes, the flour spills over, but we manage, we go through it. Now you add in the flour, depending on the water that you left, and you measure with your eyes, the African way. Now, some of you might be wondering, what are those on the table? The baskets are the ones in which Karo is traditionally served. We do not serve Karo on plates, or we do not serve it in dishes. So after you've gone in with the flour, you just take your mingling stick and try as much as possible to break in the flour so that the flour and the water get mixed up. Yeah, here we are. You keep turning the mingling stick and ensuring that all those flour lumps are being broken. Now flour will be added in at some point, so you'll just definitely use your eyes to see, because it doesn't have to be that sticky or that separated. So you just have to have the right consistency of this Karo. Like right now, it is not really to the consistency that we want for Karo. It has to be Karo, not porridge. So you just add in the flour. Just like I said, we measure it the African way. You measure using your eyes. Now, some of you keep saying kalo is very hard to make. It takes a lot of energy. Yes, it takes a lot of energy, but the outcome is good. Yeah, it requires that energy because it's going to give you the energy at the end of the day. So don't fear preparing kalo because you will use a lot of energy. Just go ahead. You need the iron, yes, and you need the energy from this delicious meal. Now, like I said, you need to use this mingling stick to remove all the lumps of flour. You do not want to serve kalo that has flour lumps remaining in it. So you take a small scoop like that and fold like that. Then you bring it on the sides and smash out all that flour lumps that are there. Now kalo is prepared on good heat. If you give it less heat, it will not really come out the way it's supposed to come out. It will not come out as kalo, it will fail. So give it enough heat. Yeah, and let it be enough not to burn, but to cook the kalo. So you test the kalo with your hands, and if it is still sticky on your hands, you just add in a little flour. Now this time you don't add in a lot of flour, you just add in a little by little, so that it doesn't become now overpowered by the flour. So you can have it becoming firm enough. So as you can see, there are no more lumps in the kalo, and it is really now of the consistency that you want. Even if I touch it, it's not sticky on my hands. Yeah, and you would want to use the hand that has no flour so that you can be able to get the true picture of your kalo. And kalo is very nice if it is served hot. So it is usually the last thing you prepare after you've prepared the stews and all those other dishes. You now put the water to prepare the kalo because you would want to have it when it is hot. Guys, our kalo is ready, and I'm going to now transfer it into the pots, or I don't know how you call them. Are these pots really? These are not pots, these are baskets, I guess. They are called endiro in my language. Yeah, and before I transfer it to these three, I will want to now mold it. For molding, I'll use a bigger endiro, this size, because it is big enough to hold all the amount of the kalo. And after that, I'll just slice it into pieces and put it in the different. You could decide not to do that and just divide it from the saucepan and put it in the different baskets and mold it in different baskets as well. That is also okay, because you will have decided that way. But for the kalo for today, I'm just going to mold it in one particular basket, and then I will transfer it to the rest of the baskets. And because you do not want your kalo to be sticky on the basket, you would choose, there are two options. You can choose to apply water in the warm water, like the one you scooped off from the boiling water. You just use it in here, apply it, just spill a little of it in the basket, or you could just go with flour like that and just apply in there, just to make sure that the basket is not prone to the stick of the kalo. So that is how our basket will be applied with the flour. It's not too much flour that you need. Yeah, so you just apply a little flour, and then off we transfer our kalo in there. And wow, our kalo is ready, and that is how it looks before I mold it. And then the molding process will just go on. Sometimes you will need to mold it with your hands, especially on the top part, and make sure you are not burnt because it's usually hot. So this is how we mold kalo, for it to come out with a round shape. Yeah, and our kalo is molded. I'll leave it just for a few seconds while it's covered, and then I will now slice it into small pieces to be able to fit in these other baskets. My kalo has settled enough, and I'll need, I don't know how I should call this in English, but this is part of the strings of a sack like any other sack. Yeah, so you need that, or if you could get, you get the something called ortami in my language, akatami or ortami, the ones that are used to make these baskets. You can see, like for this basket, this is the material that was used to make like the same thing, but of a white sack and a green sack and then an orange sack. But now for these ones, that is mfunjo that gives us ortami, and that is the thing that we use to slice kalo. So this is what we are going to use to slice, because I cannot access that over here. So I'll take out the kalo and oops, there you go, look at that. And our kalo is sliced. And then I'll take it as well and slice. You can slice as into as manageable pieces as you would want, or as many pieces as you would want, depending on the size of the kalo you have prepared. So it is that simple. You just place the sack piece in the middle of the kalo you want to slice, like that. You align it there and place it there, and there you go, you have sliced it. Try as much as possible to take out all the lumps when you are cooking, for it to be this smart and this clean. Yeah, so basically guys, this is our kalo, and it is ready to now be served with your favorite stew. And from there you just put it in the remaining baskets like that, depending on how many you have, because you would want each one to have their own if you have them. If you don't have them, it's fine. You can have the kalo from one ndiro. Yeah, so basically we have come to the end of the cooking of kalo. And guys, you're welcome to come and test this delicacy of Ankore. Please remember to subscribe, those that are new to this channel, and don't miss out on our next episodes of the Collince Kitchen. Thank you so much, and may God bless you as you join us to come and have this beautiful meal. And there it is, kalo served on the table. See you next time.